So here we are to the part one of my Panama travel vlog highlight. After the fellas, we all split in Colombia. They went back home, Terrell, Justin, and his brother Trevor. I decided to go to Panama for some family time. And while I was there, my aunt made it very clear to me, hey, you travel all these countries and you never go and explore Panama. So here we are. So the first thing we have here is what you'll see in Panama is a typical dance called tamborito. As these women, they wear these colorful dress, and it's a real beautiful dance to watch. You'll definitely see it all throughout the year. Then here I went to a watering hole with my cousins and some of their friends. This place is called Los Cahones. First time really doing some major cliff jumping, as you can see. It was definitely a bit nerve-wracking. You definitely feel like you being baptized, and when you come back up out of the water, you definitely feel rejuvenated. It's definitely an experience, and if you're in Panama, you definitely have to go and check this place out. From there, I went to a place called El Valle de Anton, where they have a mountain there called La India Dormida. And here is the butterfly museum that's there. And the reason they call this place La India Dormida, as you can see, it's an outline of a sleeping woman with a legendary story behind it. And of course, while you're traveling, as I've said before in other vlogs, always have to maintain your health. You're traveling, different bacteria and stuff, and also the food and just the drinking. And so it's good to keep your body strong while you're there. So I found a nice little CrossFit gym to go to. Here, one of the things to do in El Valle de Anton is hiking. They have tons of hikes. You can see the sunset, the sunrise. So me and a couple of my German friends that we met at the hostel, we decided to try to go to see the sunrise, but we were in Panama during the rainy season. So because of that, you see all these clouds, and we didn't get to see any sunrise, but it was definitely a beautiful sight to behold. The nature, the wind, the tall grass. It was still a worthwhile hike, and I still enjoyed it for sure. Now here you got the thermal baths. They also have thermal baths there. Pretty awesome to relax, and of course, once again, maintaining that health, doing some yoga. I've always wanted to get into yoga, and this was a little gentle introduction into yoga. I definitely have to keep up with it and get into it for sure. So the next place that I went to is a place called Santa Catalina, and from there you can go to a place called Isla De Gueva. And this place is really cool because during the late summer into from July into September, humpback whales come to the coast of Panama to give birth. And of course, it's really hard to capture humpback whales as they sporadically will surface or jump out of the water. But it was still cool to see. I met some deep divers there who actually captured humpback whales, especially the males, can sing and vibrate, so you can hear them under the water, and somebody was able to record that, and it was a very beautiful sight. Also here I did a tour where this was the first time I've gone snorkeling, and I can swim, but I'm not a very strong swimmer, so I have a life jacket on. But apparently they say that the airway to the snorkel keeps your lungs expanded so you float, but I wasn't trying to find out. But from what I hear from the other people on the tour with me, that Panama has some of the best corals. As you know, because of climate change, a lot of the barrier reefs and corals and stuff are dying because the heat of the ocean is increasing, which is destroying the ecosystem. So we always need to make sure we try and save the planet, recycle and these things, and try to cut back on emissions as much as we can. And as you can see, all the little pretty fishes there, and this was pretty exciting because the ocean is something, it's a mystery. Not a lot of people get a chance to explore it. I always love watching those nature documentaries about the ocean and about all the fishes, especially deep in the deep sea, where you have all these crazy prehistoric fishes there. And while I was actually snorkeling, one thing that I noticed is that just the variety of colors of fishes. And going back to the butterfly museum, the same thing that gives butterflies color, it's actually scales, the same thing that gives fishes color. Could you believe that? And I found that out when I went to the butterfly museum. So when you see colorful fishes and colorful butterflies, the same kind of, I guess, scales, if you will, are the same thing that's causing the butterflies and fishes that gives them color. So that was also pretty interesting to find out. I found out that they're in Santa Catalina, and so, or no, I found that out in that was in El Valle de Onton is where the Butterfly Museum is. In Santa Catalina, it's a small beach town, a real cozy small beach town. And in fact, when I was there, the power was out for an entire day. But it's so cool because I guess it's kind of that happens a lot. And the whole town just was lit up with like fire, and it was raining. It was very peaceful. Got a nice little bottle of wine. Got the mini speaker out, got a hammock, and I just chilled out. It's a very relaxing place to go. A lot of people sometimes don't like Panama because they say it's expensive, but Panama has a lot to offer, and it's a skinny country, so you can easily get through it in a week, depending on what you like to do. But if you're somebody that can push it, travel pretty quickly, you can get through Panama in a week. But there are parts of Panama that will make you want to stay longer. And Santa Catalina is one of them, especially if you like the ocean and you like beach, kind of the beach towns. And so there, as you see, a shark and a sea turtle. So yeah, there's little sharks here, but see, the sharks here were so small that they actually cannot bite you, and sea turtles as well too, they don't like to be touched. So the further you go down to try to touch the sea turtle, it will keep going down, and you shouldn't do that because you can drown the sea turtle, especially if it needs to come up for air. It won't come up for air if it doesn't feel safe. And then lastly, of course, on some of the islands in Isla De Gueva, they have tons of hermit crabs. So who doesn't like to see some hermit crabs? So yeah, until next time, catch you on part 2 of my travel vlog highlights of Panama. Peace.